This is an extract from a piece called Good Girl. Before we leave the train station, Dad turns and points at the few small birds circling the vaulted glass and ironed roof. They're not seagulls, he says. No, they're starlings, Dad. I'm going to take him home on the bus and show him the sights along the way, where I do my shopping, where I work, the Palace Pier, the Pavilion Palace. I'm going to take him to my home and make him a strong cup of PG tips with lots of sugar and a bacon sandwich, special purchases bought just for him. I'm going to show him around my little house, then take him onto the Brighton Pier. About an hour before sunset, I start bustling him out of the house. We're going for a walk on the pier to watch the sunset, I tell him, not into the jangling, discordant sounds of the arcade with slot machines and crashing coins, but to promenade in the fresh sea air on the side that faces the setting sun, looking towards the ravaged but beautiful outline of the burnt-out West Pier. I'm hoping to introduce him to the greatest show on earth, hosted and performed by my soulmates, the Starlings. I say nothing. I am anxious. Will there be a murmuration? A sound that starts small, like maybe a gigantic bee on a hot summer day, and becomes a cacophonous celebration underneath the length of the pier, but especially beneath the fairground? Or will they just bed down for the night, flying low, skimming the water for their last feed of the day, before roosting in loud harmony under the pier? I say nothing for fear of disappointing him, but I stare nervously and intently up at the sky, and then I catch my breath with the childish glee that happens every time, no matter how many times I am blessed with the spectacle that is about to happen. Look, Dad, our friends from the station. He watches as a small flock joins with another, and then another. His mouth falls open. What are they doing? What has started as a thin, fluttering black trail across a blue sky becomes a dense black cloud, then a diaphanous net of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of starlings staking their claim to Brighton. Migratory birds, immigrants like my dad, like me too, to Sussex. Just before sundown, they perform this mad, synchronized dance across the sky, never touching each other, swirling around each other, avoiding each other, with the backdrop of a different type of sunset every time. We stand at the railing as they swoop and swirl above, whilst more of them head in from above and behind the buildings strung across the seafront. The flock moves sinuously, flowing this way and turning as one mass. They make shapes in the sky, hundreds and hundreds of them forming into one giant great whale, shimmering above us in the wrong place, sky, not sea. I cannot explain how mesmerized I am by the murmuration. It is an out-of-body experience, standing at the seafront, inhaling salty vapors from the water, with dusk approaching rapidly and the red disk sinking fast into the horizon. They turn and turn and spin, and I am spinning too, in this direction and that, and suddenly I'm flying with them all in a mad adrenaline rush under the pier, searching for my roost for the night. These migratory birds with no borders to worry about, no fears of Brexit happening to them. They look as though they are being tossed and thrown by the wind, but their wings are flapping frantically, frenetically, as they change direction with the wind and with each other. They are sharply defined triangles in dark silhouette against a patch of sky that is peachy pink, tinged with the bluey grey of dusk. And finally, as one, they turn and swoop beneath the pier, leaving a few fluttering starlings that become invisible with the final setting of the sun. It's time to go now, Dad.